Alright, I'm gonna start here with this particular review. I go into things really hoping that I'm going to like them. This is a hobby that brings me so much joy. I love looking at the designs, I love the scents, I love trying new things, so I really go into things wanting to like them, and I did like this one to start with. Even though I kind of poo-pooed on this company beforehand, I still wanted to try them and I got them on sale, so I am making a pure sugar review. Alright, this is a very unique shape bottle. You have your little spray up here. You have this big button over here. This is just decoration, and it's obviously shaped like a juice box. They named these juice because the liquid inside of perfume bottles is referred to as juice, and they ran with the name. Then we have the pure sugar logo, and overall it is a very cute design. I wish like these edges were a little bit more detailed, but even just these little details that they have, this is really, I will say, for the spray, it's easy enough to press down and everything, but it's this slightly different mechanism of this causes it to have really big spray droplets, so it's more like a room spray or something than an actual fine mist like you would expect from a perfume. But that's really my only complaint. Maybe you could argue that this little thing would get in the way of throwing this in a bag, even though I feel like this is a preteen kind of market for this, where you might keep it in a backpack or a locker or something. Not much to complain about. It is definitely a cute thing. Oh, and I love this color pink. It's like what my whole bedroom is decorated in, so I give them extra props for that. Now, some thoughts on this product. When I first sprayed it and I was first testing out, so I wore it for a little bit, I definitely got Thank You Next 2.0 scent notes from this. It had that strawberryness, it had that aerosol whipped cream kind of vibe going to it. But I went to try it today because I was going like, oh my god, I need to get some filming done, but I'm so low energy. What's something that I can just kind of bang out? And I figured this would be a good one to do because they're kind of on their way out. And apparently they are on the way out for a reason. So I will blame myself slightly for this. But I went to spray it today and it was not great. It didn't have its original smell. It smells expired. It smells like it expired. And maybe because I got it on sale, it had been sitting around for a while. But this has been about a month since I purchased it and had worn it. And in that about a few weeks time period, let's say it's about 3.5 roughly weeks, it had been sitting on a bottom shelf in my bedroom. I'm running out of room on my top shelves, but I keep my nicer stuff like up high, hopefully where they're slightly blocked from the window. It is possible that the heat from those old style 60 vents that run along your walls, and that's how you produce your heat. So their vent is a little bit higher up. Maybe, just maybe, because it was on a low down shelf and it was near those heat vents, that it caused some kind of temperature change within this product, and that's why it kind of turned dookie, whatever. My thoughts are, though, it's only been a month, and if the product is that unstable, and quite frankly, it's not high heat conditions, it's mild heat being produced because I'm on the third floor. Yes, it got cold for several days, but I don't think it's high enough heat that it should be rapidly changing a product like this. So with that in mind, is this just an unstable product? And that's kind of why they were on sale and they're not really being sold. You can still get them for the last of the stock, but it's not really a product that's sticking around. So is it the conditions I left it in, or is it just a bad product? Because I like the scent. I did. I don't think it's probably worth I've seen them as high as 50 being sold originally, but I think in store they were about 25. Like I said, it's hard to find like an actual, these are being discontinued, so I can't find necessarily the most accurate information on how these have been sold over the last year or so. With that in mind, it's not just potentially that the scent wasn't great. It was a good scent, but obviously it doesn't have a shelf life potentially. Some other things that just don't work for this perfume is it is a pastel pink juice box that's called pure sugar. This can't be marketed towards adults. That's not that you can't wear any perfume you want. It's just when you're marketing things, you have a target audience. And I've always been confused by Juice's target audience. To me, this is probably not even going into 14. You'd probably be less than 14. 13 is even pushing it. So with that in mind, it's a pink juice box that's sugary. One thing that's really noticeable is that they marketed their scent notes and the things on the back as being sexy. This is never gonna make me feel sexy. Even in my 20s, it was never gonna make me feel sexy. Even probably as a teenager, it definitely wasn't going to. So who are they trying to make sexy? Probably preteens trying to feel older. That's my thought. That's who I think this target market is very young children that want to seem more grown up. I have so many issues with that. I have so many issues. That's who I think their target market is. And I'm glad that this product is failing because of that. Because it's like, who are you targeting matters. With that in mind, let's go on to the final thoughts. The bottle, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I'm taking some points off just because that little straw thing is going to get snagged on stuff, and the spray, it's just like very huge droplets, which is not what I personally would want. Wear time. I haven't even had a chance to test the wear time on this thing before the scent started to change and alter, so I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. The scent itself, we'll give it a 3 out of 10. I'm giving it that 1 or 2 points just because it was nice to start with. I don't know what happened. The price, I got it for $5. So for that price, it's not even worth it because I wore it like twice. Scent change. So yeah, $5 to me, that isn't even worth it. Overall score, we'll give it a 2. No, I'm gonna give it a 3 because I will keep the bottle just to sit on a shelf. I'll give it that extra point for that. Would I buy it again? Absolutely not. Just buy Thank You Next 2.0. Same thing, better quality. Come for me, internet.